Welcome, folks, to My Combat Channel News. This is our special UFC Live on FX Fox number 5.
That fight's just happening right now as we speak. And we got play-by-play, a little results for you guys. That's what we're going to be doing. So, anyway, we're going to start talking about the, let's just, first of all, if you're not familiar what's going on tonight, is the UFC on Fox 5. And the fight is happening as we speak, and we like to, let's show the clip for the main event. The winner.
Antonio Silva, 266 for Antonio Bigfoot Silva. And his opponent, still undefeated, Travis Hoppa Brown, 246 for Travis Brown. Travis Hoppa Brown versus Antonio Bigfoot Silva.
Oh wow, that one's gonna be it's gonna be a good one. It's going right now.
That's a lot of mass in one event right there, just in the one fight alone.
I know, it's
a lot of large heavyweights.
A lot of weights.
And they move fast for big guys, which I think is speaks to the athleticism.
Anyway, so we're gonna talk about the first fight just happened tonight against Dustin. What did he say?
Yuyama. I have a hard time pronouncing it right there. You go right there. Against Harris, Phil Harris. This fight ending in a finish. And fans love when the fight goes down, not with the judges, but with the fighters making the final decision. This was a rear naked choke in the second round, 3 minutes, 38 seconds into the bout. And Harris choked out.
Woo. That's a good one. I love when that happens. So the next one is
Diego Nunes. Bart Palazewski. This was a fight a lot of folks were looking for, myself included. Definitely was a well-matched contest. Goes to the scorecards. Unanimous decision. Who do you think it was? Diego Nunes, in fact, wins unanimous decision on that fight. A good notch in his belt for sure, beating Palazewski.
It's very easy when you have only choose between one and the other one.
That's true, with a 50-50 shot. You've done well, my friend. You've done well.
There we go.
Next up, Jacob Polkman against Shane Roller. Again, just speaking to how stacked this card is, the quality of the matchups. This one also, not in the hands of the judges, ends in the first round. You're going to love this being a Jits guy.
1 minute.
Rear naked choke, 2:38 of the first round, and Roller is defeated.
Ooh, I love that.
We move on to the next one. Marcus Levasseur against Carlo Prater. This one, however, the judges got to do some work. Some pencils got pushed. An exciting matchup goes to the finish line. Split decision on this one. 2 judges, 29-28 for Levasseur. One of them, however, and this happens a lot in the judging, sometimes we don't know why, goes for Prater. But again, 2 out of 3, Prater goes down to Levasseur in a split decision loss. We move on now to the next one. Mike Pierce taking on Aaron the A-Train Simpson. This one promised excitement and fireworks, and man, did it deliver. Pierce wins by KO, 1 minute and 6 seconds.
Ooh, I love when that happens too. That's my style.
We keep going on, of course, now. Justin Edwards taking on Josh Neer. This is one that any fight fan would have wanted to see play out for at least 2 to 3 rounds. An exciting tactical matchup, 2 very strategic fighters. However, that is not them on the graphic. What we're seeing here is Michael Johnson against Danny Castillo, and since we're seeing it, we might as well address it. Michael Johnson steps up, lives up to expectations that he set on The Ultimate Fighter. They hyped him a lot, and then on the show, he didn't finish as strong as he thought he would have. However, tonight, different story.
I like
Johnson,
Danny too. Danny
KO, 1 minute and 6 seconds of the second round, beats Castillo.
Yeah.
Now we move on. Here's Neer and Edwards, okay. Now we are near the actual Neer fight.
Getting to the main event.
Neer, however,
Just
gets defeated by Justin Edwards. This was a guillotine in the first round. Just 45 seconds. Am I reading that right?
Yeah, you're right.
45 seconds, guillotine choke over. Edwards walks away the victor. See right here, we have John Dodson taking on, how do you pronounce,
Formiga.
Formiga.
Josier Formiga.
Josier Formiga. Okay, so you got that.
Brazilian,
That's
right?
international help. I
There we
appreciate
go.
it. TKO punches, round 2, 4:35, and Dodson moves himself closer. They're talking already. The same night it happened about a possible title shot for Dodson. He makes his case tonight with a really impressive performance.
Almost at the end of the second
Yeah.
round.
This was one that I absolutely did want to see. Jay Huron, a standout from the former IFL. Jake Ellenberger, tremendous matchup. This one goes to the scorecards. Ellenberger defeats Huron, unanimous decision. Two judges saw it 29-28, but one of them saw it 30-27. A clean sweep for Ellenberger. That is impressive.
Very impressive.
Against a guy like Jay Huron, who is still very much on top of his game.
So very quick, we don't have a lot of time to talk about, but this particular fight, we go back like Yves Edouard against
Jeremy Stevens. If that was usurped by Jeremy Stevens versus the Law.
The Law. So Jeremy, for you guys folks who don't know, that fight is supposed to happen tonight. He got arrested this morning
Today.
at the hotel and did not get released.
The important thing is the hotel did leave a mint on his pillow and they left the light on.
There you
But
go.
then they let the cops in and they took him away. Fight didn't happen. Unfortunately, that does happen. Let's go to our main
Let's
event
go to the
result
main
real
event.
fast.
Here we go.
Travis Brown, Antonio Bigfoot Silva. You'd have
Guess
thought
what?
Silva, the better jits guy, Brown, the
Brazilian
better striker.
in the house.
But the jiu-jitsu guy wins by knockout in the first
be right back.
round.
This guy talked too much.
3:27. Bigfoot knocks out Brown. Holy cow, did not see that coming. More when we come back.
Coming right back.
After this. We're live. Welcome back, folks, to My Combat Channel News. We now turn to a follow-up segment on something we spoke about earlier in the week, where we mentioned WWE star Batista taking his foray into mixed martial arts, fighting this Saturday. So we're going to go live now. We have our correspondent in Providence outside the Dunkin' Donuts Center, Chris Strait, standing by to talk to us a little bit more about Batista's move from WWE into MMA. Chris, what do you got for us?
Hey guys, it's an exciting time to be up here witnessing the fall of MMA.
Whoa, the fall of MMA.
Precisely. Somehow the sport of MMA has entered into a trade agreement with the WWE, and the MMA side keeps getting the short end of the stick.
We'll not follow you. Can you explain that, please?
I really hoped you guys wouldn't ask me that. In fact, I did a lot of positive visioning that you wouldn't ask me that. I'm trying a lot of this positive outlook, Tony Robbins. I guess it needs a lot more work. But anyway, this weekend Batista's fighting his first MMA match, and the buzz here is equivalent to 3 Bs with a full stomach. Fans are buying tickets in very countable numbers to see if this pro wrestling crossover can mirror what Brock Lesnar did.
Okay, and is that bad? Why is that bad?
Because apparently we of the MMA community had to trade King Mo Lal to the WWE just in order to get Batista.
Well, come on now, Chris. It's not a team trade like baseball.
No.
Well, of course, no one's going to admit it, nor can I substantiate it, so don't sue me. But think about it. Both men possess valuable skill sets to their industry of origin. But in the crossing over, King Mo can do all right in pro wrestling. He's already a proven trash talker, he's got a great wrestling-sounding name, and he's proven he knows how to anger his employers. But Batista's not going to excite any MMA fans.
Yeah? Why not?
Because MMA already has its fill of muscular Adonis athletes who've got the gas tank efficiency of an Escalade driving up the side of the Empire State Building. Now, to be fair, and it's hard to be fair here, Batista claims to have been training in various martial arts for years now, but who can believe him? He comes from the land of hype. I'd bet the first sign of trouble in that cage, he starts reaching out to his cornermen to try to tag one of them in.
Wait a minute. Are you serious? You really see that happening?
Old habits die hard, my friend. In my opinion, and this is just me, if they only sell a fraction of the available seating in the Dunkin' Donuts arena Saturday night, they should sell out the front rows first, regardless of price.
Oh, right. And what, to make it seem like it's sold out in full, right?
No, but that's a great idea, too. I just don't think when Batista starts to gas out, it's going to be safe to have unoccupied metal folding chairs anywhere near the cage.
All right. All right. That's good, Chris. That's enough.
You know, personally, I think MMA would have done better in a trade with the WWF.
Come on, they are the same thing as WWE, right?
No, I mean the actual World Wildlife Fund. At least then we might see a mauling.
Come on, Chris. Thank you.
We're going to keep sending him out because he gets to the heart of the matter,
Oh my
whatever
God.
that is. Chris Strait, again, from Providence, Rhode Island, doing the best he can. He right outside the Dunkin' Donuts arena. So, and Batista fights tomorrow night.
Yes, and can't wait to see that. He's a big boy.
He is big. He is
Very
big.
big
Gas
boy.
tank will be something people will question for sure. He is a very muscular. He looks like he has shoulder pads on.
My question is not that. My question is always the same. He's gonna pass the drug test.
The drug test. Yeah, you
That's
said that
my
before.
best.
That's a very good question.
Anyway, the moment everybody be waiting for, the top 10 heavyweight. Let's sit down. It's Friday. Relax.
Breathe.
Enjoy.
I'm Erin Gales, and this is your top 10 heavyweight division. Number 10, Travis Brown. Number 9 is Antonio Rodrigo Nogueira. Number 8, Josh Barnett. Number 7, Shane Carwin. Number 6, Frank Muir. Number 5, Daniel Cormier. And number 4 is Fabricio Verdum. Number 3 is Alistair Overeem. Number 2, Cain Velasquez. And number 1, Junior Dos Santos. My name is Erin Gales, and that was the top 10 heavyweight division.
Hey, you got to do what it takes to hold a job these days, people.
This, my God.
He needs to do that every
anyway,
so often.
that
He's got
top
tension.
10 just changed. As you guys know, Antonio Silva just beat Travis.
Yes. Now
So-
Travis was 10, so he's
Now-
obviously not going to move up the countdown. Does he fall off the top 10 from losing to Bigfoot in a first-round knockout?
Yeah, maybe he's 10 and a half now. But he's definitely not 10. He need to open up a space because Antonio Silva is moving up.
Yeah. Silva. Again, we squeeze this in at the end of the other segment. Silva is a guy who we would have thought better on the ground. His jiu-jitsu is probably stronger than Travis. Travis, however, better striker, better on his feet, gets
Yep.
knocked out. That is the unpredictability. That is the theater of unknown that combat sports in general possesses. That's why I love this sport.
Let's not forget that Travis just lost his first fight on his career. He got 13 wins and one just happened lost.
Yes, and now that, you bring up an excellent point because that is a pivotal point in a lot of guys' careers
Yeah.
when they get that far. In MMA, 13 wins, no losses, big deal, right? Now
Yeah.
he's got one, so how he bounces back from that up or down will be a big telling thing for him.
Now we need to do our big thing. We're going to the commercial. We'll be right back.
Welcome back, folks, to our My Combat special show live from the studio here in Beverly Hills, California, the UFC on FX5 results we went through earlier again. Just to recap, if you tuned in now, and if you tuned in now, dude. But anyway, Antonio Bigfoot Silva defeats Travis Brown, knocks him out in the first round.
We also
Very
need
impressive.
to bring it up that you guys more than welcome to tweet us on mycombatchannel.com, or you can also go to Facebook and follow us up.
I'm doing that right now
Like us.
because I probably should be doing that already.
Or maybe don't like us, but still going there. Talk good or talk bad, just talk about us. Anyway, we're gonna talk about UFC 153 Brazil. They're still changing, they're still having problems. They still having problem to find opponent for Gabriel Gonzaga. So the first opponent is supposed to be Quint Rampage Jackson. Quint get hurt. They brought in Geronimo dos Santos. Geronimo dos Santos is a very tough Brazilian guy. We got a video of Geronimo that he got knocked out and then he come back and knocked the guy out. And of course, because we're live, they maybe have a little problem to find the video. And
no, there it is.
The video is. Here we go.
There it is.
So is a big boy, as you can tell.
Yeah.
And big for Brazilian. Look right there. He's on exchange, back and forth. Boom. He's knocked out.
He's very close to being completely out.
Like that was out already. Look what's gonna happen. He's boom, knock his opponent out. And that's what they give him a lot of credit. Is, you know, as a fighter, every time that you see something like that happen, you see like this guy have a heart. You know?
Yeah, he's got a lot of heart. I mean, and a good chin. He didn't collapse, but he was a fraction from being completely out. And then he's still throwing his hands. That's the instinct of a fighter right there.
Anyway, sometimes they make mistakes, sometimes we make mistakes. The mistake tonight is we're supposed to be talking about Dennis Hallman.
Dennis Hallman.
The Superman. Okay,
Yep.
and then we jump into the next segment. But anyway, Dennis supposed to be fighting tonight, and he could not make the weight. He was 7 pounds overweight, and that's not the first time that happened. So the UFC not only release him, okay, not very calm, they pay him as well. I never heard that before, but they pay him.
I believe in the business world they call that severance.
They pay. Yeah, I know.
He got a severance check, and then they sent him on his way.
They pay him and say, "I see you later."
Yeah.
But look like he has some family problems that he have to take care. But doesn't mean family problem make a weight. And he was supposed to fight 170 pounds. That's the weight that he's normally fighting. Sometimes he even go down to 155. You know, me and him, we also fought a couple times on the same card. He got, like, for you folks don't know him too much, he got famous when he was the only guy who was able to beat Matt Hughes twice on armbar. And one time he beat him one fight in Japan right before my match. He fought first, he submit him, and right after that I fought.
That was against Hughes? Or no?
Against Matt Hughes, yes.
In Japan, before you fought. And, and he won how?
By armbar.
He did an armbar before you got a chance to go into an armbar?
Yeah, and then
That's
you know what I did?
That's offensive.
You know what I did? I went right after him and say, okay, now that he guy just did armbar, what am I gonna do? So I have to knock my opponent out. That's what I did.
Wow, see what happens, folks, when you think you know the game, when you think you're an avid fan. Hallman's getting arm bars, and the king of the arm bars getting knockouts.
So anyway, we got Joanne Calderwood. Is another girl that she was not a judo, she was not a wrestler,
Right.
She was a swimmer
In Scotland.
in Scotland, and she's saying that helped her mentally to be strong because the condition of the weather.
Yeah, a lot of top athletes,
like,
including
and,
fighters, train in the swimming pool. It's a great way to get cardio and conditioning and strength training to a degree. And this, yet again, to me, is just another piece of evidence in the case for women's mixed martial arts to exist, not just in the UFC, but even more prevalent in other shows, because the talent pool continues to bring new resources to the table, and you're finding people like that are coming out of the blue, and you're hearing about them, and they're talented, and they're bringing something to the mix. I think that's great.
Yeah, she's in 3-0, and she's upcoming to one more, look like good-looking girl.
Yeah. we'll see what
the
happens, right?
MMA world.
We'll see what happens when she gets her first tough fight and somebody takes the swimmer into deep water.
Yes. Anyway, guys, again, we are doing our show live in Beverly Hills, and we like to hear you guys' opinions. So you're more than welcome to go ahead and tweet My Comeback Channel, or also Facebook My Comeback Channel. Or if you lost, you don't have either one or the other one, you're kind of old style, you can go ahead and send us
A page?
A mail.
You can page us. That's old style.
342 North Cannon Drive.
Yeah.
Beverly Hills, California.
If you twit and tweet us your twandle, we'll twandle you back and follow you too. I think that's how it works.
So anyway, let's go a little bit back. We have a little bit of time. So the whole buzz today was that Dana was trying to get the fighter released.
Jeremy Stevens.
Yeah, right before
fight
the
Eve
fight.
Edwards.
So basically, like, he was supposed to be on the second or third fight on the night, and they keep moving up,
Yeah.
up to try and get him on the cage. In my mind, it's like, oh, mentally, how you do that? Or either you're gonna do very well because you're so mad,
Yeah.
or you mentally destroy a wedding.
If you want the silver lining to the dark cloud, if you're Jeremy Stevens management, go for a bail bond sponsorship right about now.
It is a very good sponsorship. Anyway, folks, very wonderful weekend. And remember, we all have a recap on the weekend, so if you lose us on the weekend, more coming. Good night.